What's up, ground pounder? How you doing, man? I'm here. Nice. Yeah, I put up like a post of declaring a thumb war. What's up, ground pounder? I gotta turn the volume down on the iPad now. Finally got my lazy ass out to the truck to grab the iPad before putting this on. I've got some handpan playing in the background. I just got done watching the stillborn live because I don't know why, but dude, I was out like a light early last night. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. I'm waiting on this marker to dry so I can pull this ring and see a little better where I'm at. This is a 500i cylinder. This is the ripsaw cylinder, man. Like they took a little bit off the base, and you know, I ordered the cylinder to install myself. They took a little bit off the base and had you put the gasket on it, and that was it. And you know, they did like a tiny bit of work to the transfers, and I can't even tell if they hit the combustion chamber or not. It looked factory. I think they just, you know, brought everything to where it needed to be without having to touch the combustion chamber. This is like the second time, you know, I've seen it with the 201, but you know, it also kind of makes sense with that one where you leave the chutes and just adjust the combustion chamber. Yeah, this is the ripsaw cylinder. You know, I've seen it that worked pretty good. And you know, this is a good running saw, but yes, the 500i is a good running saw. I didn't notice much of a difference other than the way it sounded a little bit in what was done to this cylinder. So I'm taking it and I'm doing my own thing to it. I have another one in the other chainsaw, but this one's already apart, so, and I'm happy with the one I did for my buddy Jacob. So I'm gonna be patient and wait for the marker to dry, because if I pull the ring before the marker dries, it's gonna smear all over the place, and then I'll have to start over again. Okay, man, awesome. Hell yeah. I think I'm gonna switch up my bit. I need a new diamond burr. This diamond burr's about had it. Be okay for chamfering. So I like where I'm at there. And I like where I'm at there. And that one This one over here needs a little more. Are you back, brother? And this one needs a little more just because it looks ugly. Yeah. So here, before I start hitting this next little grind touch-up, there was a rappelling incident, Sims Park, which is like, I don't know, I want to say it's within 20 or 30 minutes where I'm at, a little bit south, and climber died. Sims Park, he was alone. He went out there with ropes and tree climbing gear, had a helmet on, had a harness, lots of ropes, and went way up in the tree. It was apparently, like, I don't know, that's just what they're calling it on the news, is like a rappelling incident or something. Fuck out of here. Oh, hey, look, it's like, it's almost, no, that's not squiggles. So, yeah, dude went up. Tree climber, looking guy out there alone, and something failed and he fell to the ground and died. He was dead on scene. How do I do this, ground pounder? How do we knock that dude out? For 86,000 seconds. Yeah, so that sucks, man. I don't know who it is. Like, they're not saying anything yet. But I got a phone call from someone I know asking if I was all right. Well, that's how I learned about it. I got a phone call from a friend asking if I was okay because they didn't know who it was. Ah, it turned itself off. What's up, Chris Champion? I know a Christopher. Don't be lurkers. What about those 2-wind techs this time last year? 2-wind techs? What's that? I'm gonna throw this on the wheel real quick. See where I'm at. Think of me as Wilson from Home Improvement, where you never see my face. Started watching that with my boy. He loves it. All right, that one rides way up. That one rides way up. That one's almost spot on. And that one is same thing. Cool. All right, I'm gonna come in with my chamfering bit. The dental drill. Yeah, dude, if I could get my hands on some dental equipment, I'm sure that stuff is much pricier. My nephew is into the jewelry business, and he's got this really old fashion, grinder. It's got a foot pedal, and the grinder's hanging, and he's got his tool for working on the jewelry. But his is so old, so it's only got one way. It doesn't have reverse or forward, and it's got the foot pedal. I was telling him, dude, you can get this Viver for like, I don't know, 60, 70, 80 bucks max. And it's nice, And then next to him, the old dude that he works next to had the Fordham. He said, you buy that once and that's it. That is the truth. So what's up, man? What were you up to yesterday, Ground Pounder? Oh yeah, that's coming out nice. Oh, good to hear. Oh, I thought you said you can't hear. Chris Champion. Yeah, I've seen your name in the chat. Yeah. Whole lot of nothing yesterday. Okay. My wife and I did some projects around the house. A shelf for all my boys' Lego builds, and cutting out the countertops for the stove, and painting the walls and painting the shelf and all that stuff, getting it hung. We're getting a new stove and microwave that goes above the stove this Wednesday. Whoa there, buddy. Frozen, bro. It's we're supposed to get like a lot of rain today over here. 90% chance. It's all sorts of kind of cloudy and gloomy out. 15 to 20 degrees. Yeah, working in that, dude, that's got to be terrible. Like being used to the temperature that I'm being used to, my fingers would be freezing. Hell yeah. And I'm gonna leave the exhaust alone because, I mean, I was thinking about adding a degree, but yeah, I don't think so. They took the exhaust pretty far on this one, so I'm gonna leave it alone. She'll bring it back up a degree. Maybe a degree and a half or something like that, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna check it again. I've also got this little tiny bit. Might be good for detailing the corners on the transfers. I should consider that because transfer work is where the magic is at. Let's see, get my ring. Check it out again. A lot of back and forth. Like I should, dude, that's pretty sweet. So I'm opening at 120 and on the primaries. And the secondaries, I'll have to pull this up and hit them again, but I'm hoping for like, I don't know. Doesn't matter what I'm hoping for. Let's see where we're at on the secondaries. Start with sweet, man. 120, 123. Now my only issue is going to be the intake. It cracks way too late now that the gasket and the machine work is done. I think stock it cracks around 84 degrees. Let me check my exhaust again. Yeah. 101 on the exhaust. My new piston had some pretty rough edges I had to clean up. It's a good job on the exhaust port. I dig it. Spring is around the corner. Right? That's like bad news for me. You know, I mean, it's gonna be awesome, but eventually down here it gets so bloody hot that this is like the super enjoyable time of the year right now. You know what? No, I'm not gonna touch the exhaust. I'll gain more torque where it's at, and that's what I want. And that's something that I can't go back on and I can mess with later, so wise decision. I'm not gonna mess with it. Chris Champion, you are in Florida? Yeah, I'm in Florida. I am in Pasco, right near the water. Poor bastards, I know. He ain't lying. Morning, rotator. Oh yeah, GP, you shared something. All right, so I'm flipping. I gotta clean some stuff up, but then I'll be back and forth, and I gotta build a chainsaw, but I also gotta chill, right? I'm actually not building it today. I'm going to clean the cylinder up, and I'm gonna throw some epoxy on the upper side of the intake and let it set for a day. And then tomorrow I'll get it shaped out to where the intake timing is as it should be. I was told by a wise fellow he likes to keep 40 degrees of rotation between where the intake cracks and the transfer timing. And no, they didn't. I mean, I have it here. They got it down to 20 thousandths of an inch squish. Exhaust. They went on the exhaust. The exhaust stock is around 103, 104, and they brought it down to like 99, 100. They went really big on the exhaust with the 201 as well. The intake they didn't touch, so by bringing the cylinder down, it brought the intake up to 88 instead of 84. Yeah, and I don't know, man. Usually we're trying on some of the other saws, the fuel injected 500i is different. All saws are different. There's different numbers you'll find, but on a lot of saws we're trying to hit the intakes around 76, 78, 80. So I wouldn't want to have it at like 88 if it's 84 stock. So I am going to add epoxy and get the intake. Let's see, if I go 84 and I'm at it's like a study sheet. 84. And then they're like 118, 120 on the transfers. Gasket delete, brought it up to 104, 1,821 a degree on the transfers. So there's not a full 40 degrees between 84 and 120. That's going to be 36 degrees. But it'll help. So I'm going to do that, get that there. But yeah, what they were doing, I noticed I did my buddy's saw, and I'm looking at the cylinder and what the squish band looked like inside there. And then I looked at the ripsaw cylinder. I'm like, dude, I don't even think they touched the squish band. I mean, they may have made a very nice skim, beautiful cut, but I think they just machined a little bit and then, put the gasket, put the cylinder down, and that gets the squish. And then they went heavy on the exhaust, and it looked like they touched the inside of the transfers a bit to help with the way they wanted them to flow. And that was about it. Typical static compression ratio. What's up, tooling around? You're asking somebody that doesn't know the answer to that, Buck, yeah, Saws might be able to answer some of these. I've been a climber for 6 years, and the first thing I learned was pulling my screen on the 193, got my saw running better, and I haven't been into the machine work and problem solving and studying of cylinders not that long at all. I just learned how to fix and repair my saws along the way, and tooled around with porting, and bought myself a Dremel made by Dremel and started playing around and messed a few things up, got a few things awesome. Bought myself a lathe, but I am a tree climber, and I am really busy most all the time, except for the past 3 months. So this is like something I do on my spare time, and I'm trying to learn as much as I can about it, because if I don't have to be in a tree all the time, that would be cool. I don't want to climb every day, every month, all year, every year. Especially for other people. I opened an LLC. Insurance shouldn't be more than $1,500 a year, and I can promote myself a lot more, because all the jobs that I put together for myself are always way better than, well, most all the times way better than stuff I do with other people. Trees are dope, though. Hell yeah. Yeah, climbing has been an awesome adventure. Madrid, what's up? Just climb for fun. Yeah, like a few years ago or so, I haven't done it in a while, but I would go out and find a tree and rope walk and go check out the view from said tree over the water or by a river or whatnot. Started climbing because I had a fear of heights. Completely cured it. Huh. Yes, I can do my own party poppers now. Oh, snap. And a great career. Where are you at, Chris? I met somebody recently up in Pensacola. He's mailing me his 201 first generation. I've got that saw pretty well pinned down the way I want to do it. I built one that was 12 years old, and so the only thing new about it is the piston rings, and it's turning out to be a beast of a saw. I've been running it on a few job sites, breaking it in. I rehoned the cylinder. Sarasota, Florida, West Coast. I'm headed to Sarasota on Monday. There's a like 60 or 70 foot Norfolk Island pine with the top that blew out of it, and they've got a nice driveway. So I got to go up there and rig it down. I go to Sarasota frequently. Boca. Hated it. That's cool. Sarasota. I've met somebody on here that's really close by. That's sweet. And it's like a 2-hour drive for me. Hour and a half. Hour and 45 minutes, hour and a half, if it's a Saturday morning or something like that. think I've heard from more than a few people buying some books about porting motorcycles, uh, porting theories and stuff like that might be a good idea for me. Help me get a better grasp on what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. It's so nice having the garage cleaned out, dude. The only issue is all the workbench is over here and the TV's behind me, you know? It's like, what do I do? Do I put up a mirror right there or something like that? So as I'm working, like if I want to watch the news or have YouTube on or something like that, I can like see it at a glance. Honestly, there's no room in the work area for a TV. That's why most guys I see have like little ones or laptops or something like that. Jump on I-75 and cruise. Yeah, from here I think I hit like the Sun Coast to the 275 and over the Skyway. And it's very rare that all the way that way is faster. Love going over the Skyway when it's foggy, man. It's so foggy, you eventually get to the point where you don't know if you're going up or down. So then you start feeling like you're an airplane, like because you're going up this thing, and you know you're going up this thing, but you start speeding up, but you don't know you're going down, and it feels like you're taking off. It's weird. Oh, thankful for a floor I can see. Yeah, things I'm thankful for, man. There was so much laundry and stuff and things that had piled up in the garage. Like, getting to the washing machines was a pain in the ass. And now it's just like, washing machine and dryer. There's nothing on top of them. You can pull them out, clean around them, and, I'm definitely thankful for that. And the deep sink. I'm not thankful for fleas and animals, but the kitchen's coming around, the house is coming together, and we can spray for those things and put things down to deter them. Right? I just recently did some expanding and shelf organizing and cleanup and everything, hanging my pole saws up. I've got some places now where I can hang the chainsaws and not have them on the floor. I want to build this 500i, but I got to put in the epoxy and let it set. You know what? Let me come right back. I want to go wash this out real quick. Someday I need to redo my pegboard situation. It's not pegboard, it's just a board with a bunch of little nails and painting of where all these ancient tools used to hang. So I utilized it and hung all my stuff up that I use on a regular. I saw I was getting a new piston and rings. Alright, so not quite done yet. Thought I was done, you know, wash up the cylinder and all that, but I chamfer with the tool, but I like to come in with some 600 grit and do a better job of the edges. Just to ensure the piston from factory, man, it had some like pretty sharp edges on it. That was a good thing. I like scoped it out and smoothed it out. It's the Skyway Bridge I went over with the cruise ship going through. Yeah, that's the Skyway. You know, big up and a big down, tall bridge. It's got the suspension, all those yellow cables that hold it together. My flipping herniated discs in my arm has been so stupid this past month. I almost thought I was going to have to rappel out of a tree the other week. Like, I've never had it bother me, like, while working and so much throughout the day. Before, you know, I started seeing a chiropractor and having spinal decompression and then having the chiropractic work done. It was like, when it would bother me was on long drives home. It would start lighting me up like a funny bone feeling all the way through the fingers. Well, it's the same thing now, but it's worse. And it's all the time. It's like pretty damn frequent. Love my mechanic over in Clearwater, Eric with D's Equipment. Shout out to Eric at D's Equipment. He got like this #1 small mechanic, you know, small engines mechanic in the state. Hey, good morning. I'm live with GP and friends. I said I'm live with GP and friends. Got the other ones out. Cold?
No.
No? You look like it.
I don't know what I am.
Whoa. There it goes. Yeah, they were, it was too hot, man. Like, it was cooler under the water, dude. They needed some alligator. They didn't have alligator suntan lotion, so they just had to, like, stay in the leaves and the swamp and stay covered. When it's like cooler, you know, they all want to come out and lay out in the sun and be like, oh yeah, let me get that sun. So what's up, Chris? You do chainsaw port in? Sucks I missed the live last night. Good morning, Alice. Morning, Old Glory. I have some stuff here somewhere. What did I do to the TV? Turn it down. Oh, it's all, I don't want to play anything right now anyway. Alright, so where's it gonna be? Right here. Yeah, got some of that there. Oh yeah. That and some Frogger tape. What's up, Old Glory? What are you up to? And somebody else jumped in. Alice, how are you? How is everybody? Happy Sunday. I think this thing's going to be great. A little more compression, a little faster transfer action, and a little more, what do you call it? Yeah, a little more compression all around. I mean, it's not going to have a wide open exhaust anymore. More torque. That's what I'm hoping for. Happy Sunday, fun day. Hell yeah. Yeah, what am I doing? Having fun. Just gonna build this up a little bit. Make it strong for my epoxy. I'm gonna Tim the Toolman Taylor this thing up. I'm gonna add the Binford 5000 tornado intake system to it. Wife and kids are up. She's probably keeping them out of the garage because I'm out here working. There we go. It's like this little oven cooker timer thing in there that dings. That boy will find anything that dings. Ding. Ding. You'll hear the little ding all day long. Remember them tornado intakes? My buddy Andy, he used to play around with Pordine and different carburetors and stuff. He's in Sarasota. He's the one I'm going to work with on Monday. Told me, man, if you could develop or somehow, make your intake port like have like like a funnel effect, like a tornado kind of thing, get the air to turn and twist, and that would speed up your airflow. And then, like, a couple of weeks later, I was watching a video on the CS670, the Echo chainsaw, and they actually do that, but they do it with like the upper filter cover case piece, like the way they let the air into it comes in on the top down the side and creates a vortex of air to the filter. I was like, that's cool. The Binford 5000 vortex intake system. Uh-oh, I hear an upset baby. You working on 2 strokes? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's a small cylinder. Yeah, 2-stroke cylinder. This is the cylinder for the 500i. I am changing the intake timing back to a good number after the machine work. Gold Blades, brand blades, a quality name in blades. Oh shit. 24 karat gold. That is flippin' plenty. All right. All the blades that spin around on the blade. Turbulence to swirl the air fuel charge more efficiently to the engine. Yeah, I want to understand more about turbulence, The 500i intake as the 200T, the old 200T climbing saw intake is got like this downward angle, and they did the same thing with this one. It's got that flush downward angle, and on the bottom of it, it's got like this other thing that's got to be something to do with like turbulence, the way it shoots in there creates a little turbulence, but I like the angle of it. Wait, so the port geometry determines the timing. Yeah, timing and duration, the amount of time it's open. Stock, this thing is opening at 88 degrees before top dead center. 84 degrees. And after the machine work, that drops that down, so it's opening at 88 degrees before top dead center. And that may cause the saw to run a little lazy. I could just run it like that and find out. But, I'd rather, I like the way the 500i runs, so I'm trying to achieve that with some more compression and torque. So I'm going to bring the intake up to where it should be. And then as far as the upper part of the intake, it's got that downward angle going in there. And then it's like it goes down and then over, and then there's the cylinder wall. So that over part, like I'm gonna bring that in. So I'm just gonna, try to keep the way it shoots in the duration as it was before the machine work. Are those timing numbers? Don't make any sense to me, but maybe I'll pick it up eventually. Oh, okay. I thought you knew about timing numbers, and when I say 88 degrees before top dead center, you're like, oh, those numbers don't make any sense. Yeah, usually with stills, it's somewhere around, 80, 82, or shoot for 78 for better throttle response kind of thing. That, I don't know, man. Like, before I knew more about that, and it's different for every saw, because the 462 that I did, I'm pretty sure I upped the intake timing on it, and that thing has wicked trigger response. I have the numbers in here somewhere. I was machining a 500i mandrel yesterday and messed up and went a tiny bit too far, so there was a tiny bit of slop in the mandrel. So I went ahead and machined it further to be the mandrel for the 462. And I have another mandrel. I got one left that I will machine for for my other 500i's. This 500i was a Ripsaw 500i, and they had already machined it, but the build is put together with the gasket. So since it's machined already, and I deleted the gasket and I cut the squish band, that's almost to where I had my buddies as far as what the squish band looks like. So either that or, right about there. So I think it'll be good. I'm good about a machine work on it. It's the work of the devil. One buddy got back to me. I built him the 201 M-Tronic, and he's like, this thing's a demon. And then a couple of weeks later, he got back to me, or a month later, and said he had actually put it to work and, got to see what it was really like, took down some trees with it, and his words were, and holy fuck. I was like, dude, that's freaking awesome to hear. Non-M-Tronic build, 200T. Dude, is it further back? Is it over here somewhere? Yeah, like when I got that 462 and played with it, that was a ways back. So, I know it's in here. 461, fireman saw. Oh, that's why I didn't see it. I wrote 426. Got my numbers backwards. I need to clean this off before it starts to set up. There we go. And I need to put this somewhere else before I put my arm in it. So squish was 40 thousandths of an inch, and with gasket. Dude, this is so long ago, as far as, I don't know what timing numbers are. At A, B, D, C, after or before dead center, what was I writing? I think I fixed it over here. After top dead center. So instead of, it looks like I wrote after top dead center, but tried to change it to a B. Exhaust. 98 degrees after top dead center, total duration 165 degrees. Intake 83. I've got intake 99 before. I don't even know like how to write things at this point. 162 degrees total duration on the intake. I think I had 81 degrees. Yeah, it was either before top dead center or after bottom dead center. After bottom dead center. That's what ABDC means. So on a timing wheel, let's figure out what that is, because, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, 99 degrees after bottom dead center. Okay. There's 90, 99. So that makes, yeah, 81 degrees before top dead center. So what did I do to this thing? Intake, piston mod, 96 degrees, which would be 84 degrees before top dead center. So I actually raised that and increased the intake. And exhaust roof, 98 after top dead center. Slow crack, 96 degrees. 167 to 172 total duration, slow crack. When I write slow crack, that means like it, you start to see the light on the exhaust and it like slowly opens up and you see all the light coming out. So I went pretty wild on that thing, dude. If I went 98 degrees on the exhaust, holy crap. And I still feel like it has good torque. I've got the Egan dogs on the 462, so I got those big spikes. And the thing freaking still bites in pretty good and goes. Like it rarely torques out on me. I really have to like throw it at the wood, but it's I wouldn't call it a torque monster, especially after what I did to it. So I have learned some things along the way about preserving and keeping torque and gaining power. Rich Fife, I've been in touch with him. He's after the torque. He's after all the torque he can get. He wants to just, put the saw in and go without stopping. He wants to, put it in, turn it, and it goes no matter what without stopping or binding or torquing out on him. He's got a 500i, what do you call it? He's going to take a 660 piston and drop it in the 500i, but he has to turn it around and only use one ring and modify the case and everything to gain more torque. Getting ready to clear up some snow. Squirrely. What did I miss? All talking about timing numbers and shit. Area under the curve. What do you mean area under the curve? Coffee. I hear a cute 2-year-old girl in the background calling for mommy. She wants to come out. We got hammered overnight. Oh, no shit. Yeah. Can you go get a t-shirt? She wants to come out. Like, in her diaper. No way. It's chilly out here. And we're live. I mean, she's only 2, but cookies and cream. So did you get hit with that weather front that's coming down here? Because it's supposed to rain like hell today. Is that what you're burning, man? Cookies and cream? Got 8 people in here. Oh, cool. I got 14 thumbs. Dude, I've got a handicap on my right thumb. I've got 5 stitches in there. I shouldn't have told you that. Fuck. Now he knows my weak point, man. If he gets his thumb in the right spot where it hasn't entirely healed yet, right there. Ah. Dude, I could go down. Oh my God. I just gave away my flipping handicap spot. Looks like it's been through wars. Good Lord. Yeah, what is it? Like, it looks bad at that angle. I don't know. You know, it's still a good thumb. But, damn it. Yeah, I got fucking nipped myself with a chainsaw right on it. Chain winding down, slowing down, you know, hit it a little bit. Got me good. I'm pinned. That's the second time you said that. Like, are you pinned in your house because of like snow and weather? Okay. She's coming. World Tree Speech. Rocket, what's up? I'm just playing around, you know. Making my chainsaw cylinder. And I got... You're gonna go for a ride? Okay, let me move some stuff out of the way. I gotta move this power cord. Get this out of your way. And the heater, and this little gas tank, and this chainsaw. And this gas tank for a chainsaw. Okay, whoa! See your little head go by? You're there? Alright, we're here. She's a blast. I know that kid. Yeah, that's the little one. Where are you going? You don't know? You got your keys? Oh no! So, 261 failed project. 261 continued. 261 continued. I've been having trouble with that saw, man. Jacob's 462 has a hole in the case. Decided that I am not going to try to find a case half to like put those case halves together, because where the cylinder sits on, if those aren't the 2 factory case halves that were put together at the factory and smoothed over at the factory and finished, then that chainsaw cylinder might not be perpendicular sitting on there with the piston bore. I don't know, just might probably not a good situation at all. So screw that. If I find a chainsaw like I did that guy sold before I got there, where it's like a storm damaged 462. 616 in the house? Where? There he is. Good morning. 462 Jacob saw. Oh yeah, 500 die rip saw. No longer. I have I have made some changes. So this is where I'm at. Okay, I'm gonna wait for all that to set up, and then I will remeasure the transfers. But right now, I know I'm around 120 degrees on the transfers, and that's after top dead center. 20,000 squish, 101 on the exhaust, 88 on the intake will change. But yes, this is the page I want to keep open. Rain starting soon, within 15 minutes. I'm gonna have to reach out to Chris, man. You wanna shoot me an email or something like that? That would be cool. It sounds like she's running a battery saw. And she's about to bust out the garage. You're stuck? I'll help you. Where are you going? This way? Go, 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 go. Press the button. Dude, the dog cage is so big. She had her four-wheeler in the dog cage going front and back. Front and back. Front and back. Just stuck in the dog cage, you know? I think her brother put her in there. It was hilarious. You want to acquire a 400 now? I know you were talking about the 461 for a little while. You're stuck? Where are you trying to go? You trying to drive outside? All right, go. Press go. All right. All right, she's taking off, man. She's outside now. You did it. Yeah. So 461. So yeah, this dude wants to sell me some old stuff. He's got a 461 and a 193 and a pole saw. My buddy needs a pole saw, and I'd like to have a 461. Like, I've seen the insides of those, and it was beautiful. You know what a 461 looked like after 6 years. And with the tree company that it was with, the fact that the cylinder looked so clean and was so, like, well preserved, I don't know, man. I think that says a lot about the MS461 and how they made it and how it holds itself up. I heard that chainsaw, and I went in there and I just cleaned it up, man. Like, there wasn't much to do to that, you know. I got their saw running smoother, and then a few months later or so, they told me that it was benched. I think they're, it wasn't running. I think it's the carburetor and the clutch. Like, the saw needs more work. And at the time, I didn't know whether it was the carburetor needing adjustments or if needed new clutch springs and the chain was riding. I think it's a matter of both. Hey, where'd you go? Oh, okay. So anyway, and I've seen some ported 461s, and they're pretty badass. The 400, I still haven't seen one yet. I know I don't know, I think it's the 400 and some other models. They have like a magnesium coated piston. So it's this white piston, and it's like you don't want to touch it. If I go working on one of those saws, like I'm gonna have some gloves or something like that, you go touching the pistons, and it just, like, everything you do and touch it just, like, sticks on it and doesn't wipe off. Right? 400. I would imagine a 400 is a bit lighter than like a 462. Uh-oh. Battery level is low. She's playing around on the swings. I would say battery level is low, but that's all right. I have more options. somewhere. My battery level is low. Oh, yeah. Fucking fully charged. I'll plug this one in. So, yeah, shoot. Intake epoxy is in. And, you know, one thing at a time. So, not having the 500i with the 32-inch bar in the back of my truck felt weird. Like, I'm used to having a certain amount of saws in there. And I've got to bench my 261 because no matter what I do, we were sure that it was the carburetor that was leaking, right with the brake cleaner, right at the throttle cable, you know, or throttle rod right there that flaps and, you know, fucking opens it up so the air can go in and stuff. You know, it was leaking right there. Oh, it's like a hopped up 362. Okay. Yeah, and I've seen a 362 now. I'm pretty sure it's still over there in the shed. Like, it flooded, and that saw got wet, so it has saltwater damage. I could probably go pick it up for $100 and rebuild it. And I probably should, but money's tight right now. So where the hell was I? What was I talking about? I don't know. Yeah, the lack of chainsaws. The 261. So I even had it like this dude Eli look at it, you know, hey, is it the carburetor? Because there, you know, I can't find a leak anywhere else, and I've been through all these other carburetors. So he said he pressure tested it and everything, and that it was indeed the carburetor. So we ordered a new carburetor, and it's still doing it. Like, I'll get it, make some cuts with it, get it up to temperature. Like, I'll be on like my third, fourth, probably like fifth or sixth cut. It starts bogging out. And Buck Yeah Saws was talking about it's probably the tank vent. So the tank vent, I've got a couple of tank vent issues. Need a tank vent repair kit. Thank you for the 200T tank. And I need a tank vent for my 261. And then I'll give it another shot. I ran the 261. I don't even know which cylinder's which anymore. Like, I got one that I've been working on and one that was like a copy of what somebody else had done with a 261 cylinder. And I'm not sure which one's in which saw right now. But the one with the pipe on it, which is, I don't know, it ran pretty damn good. Didn't have a crap ton of torque, but like it had torque and it was cutting fast, and that being a manual tune carburetor and with a pipe on it, that thing would get out of control. So you know, you gotta keep tamed on the trigger. You don't want to go too crazy with it. You can blow it up, but you know, that might be a successful build so far. And the other one, I got to get a tank vent, and hopefully that's it, because if that's not it, then it's leaking somewhere when it gets up to temperature. What's up, baby? You swinging? Okay. She's swinging. Yeah, man. So anyway, yeah, I want to build the 500i back first. What can you get for a Hyundai? What do you mean? Like the 362. There's a 362 that has been flooded in salt water, and I can get that probably for $100. And it probably needs, you know, new bearings, maybe just a whole new crank, and piston rod bearings. The inside of the case may have corrosion on it from the salt water, and all that would have to be cleaned up. I don't know what it sounded like. She was like, you know, having a problem with something, but nope, she was just swinging. The other day, she like got it all wound up to the top, and then whee, and let herself go. It was cool. She'd be on top of stuff and down and over there and swinging around. And she's being good, man. What are you doing now? You got stuck? Where did you get stuck? Oh, you're up there. You're not stuck. Where are you going? To the top? To the top.
Bye.
Bye. I love you. You need help? Okay. Okay, go down. Go down. Right here. It's right there. Oh, it's right there. See it? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you got all those things to grab onto you. Yeah. Yeah. Like a flipping rock climbing wall. Yeah, you got down. You did it. Say hi.
Hey, Tommy.
That's you. Say hello.
Hello.
She got to the top of the rock climb, and she couldn't feel her feet on the way down, you know, trying to find places to step. But yeah, she got it. A little bit of help telling her where the next step was. She's on it. Oh, bro. You're back up there? Oh, so yeah, what am I gonna do? Super Shea's Saw Shop 500i build. I can't wait to see how it runs personally. The one I built for my friend, he loves it. But you know, how am I gonna like it? Did we freeze? Did we jump over to the ground pounder show and I didn't know it? I have to get my butt in gear this year and get a dump truck. Found one I'd like to get, but not sure it's for sale.
Buddy.
Hey, babe.
Me?
Yeah, I've got like a little 4x8 trailer, single axle, that my brother, you know, has. So when I do small jobs, it's nice, you know. I can put a rope in it and load it up, cut it down, load it up. They pull it off at the dump, and it's very cheap and can pack a lot of stuff in there. I'll be doing a job hopefully next week with it for $1,400. Some pole sawing over the roof, a little climbing over the pool screen for some stuff, and 2 other climbs along the side of the driveway where a limb has to come out and 2 little tiny limbs have to come out on a separate tree. Still here. Sweet buck, yeah. But yeah, not bad, you know. A good. My buddy said he was thinking 15. We were on it together at the estimate, but thinking 14, you know. Money for a helper, money for the dump, money for me. But he's only available on Saturdays, and I got an event this Saturday. So if I want to do it any sooner, I might want to just rent one of those little lifts for like 300 bucks. Oh no! My vape has set off the smoke alarm. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's up there. I see it. I got it. I think I got it. It won't stop. Oh, you used to. Oh, yeah.
It moves more air.
You got it in like a second. As soon as you came across it, it stopped. I did most of the work. You just came and finished it.
With a towel.
Yeah.
Now you gotta use more air movement.
RBCFL. Too many clouds, bruh. Too many clouds.
Clouds or clouds?
Clouds. Clout clouds. Yeah, these are clout clouds. Whoa! Here, let's not do that again. Take this away.
I agree. Yeah.
Clout clouds, man. Clout clouds. Yeah, we got rid of that little trampoline. So you got more room to play around out there now. And we have weather coming in.
I really don't want to get my winter necklace dirty. I really do not want to. At all. So I'm just...
Get ready, Chris. It's coming. Another cold front with a bunch of rain with it. Dude, too many clout clouds. I done set off the cloud alarm. Ugh. Yeah, and I'm working on Monday, which is like right after the cold front comes through, man. I still don't have it in me to like wear gloves. I'm doing a Norfolk Island pine, so it's gonna be all good. I'm gonna set this thing up with the fan, I think. Some stringy metal from the lathe. Yes, it's wild. Brush you can fit in a trailer. Yeah, dude, in a 4x8 trailer. And that last job, we packed it so full, dude. Like we just kept cutting. It was more debris than I thought it would be. I thought, you know, it would fit, but I didn't know that it was gonna be such a pack job and everything, man. Like we cut down the brush and cut it down and cut it down. I cut it down with a 261 because that got it more. Then we put all of the brush log on top of that, and the damn trailer tires went from like that, you know, to like that. And there was a dump closer by, but I had never been to it. I didn't know if they could do pull-offs, and I've just been there recently with a buddy, and they do. So I would definitely go there next time I'm in that area. But I drove like an hour to the dump because of traffic and stuff. You know, it just makes it a slow drive. But I made it. It's got good tires. It's got a 3-inch axle on it. Nope. I want to hit that one. What time is it? 9:51. Holy crap. Heck yeah, Chris. So you're on, yeah, you're on the tube. You got it. I'm sure you got a channel. I'll hit it up. They don't make traffic where I'm at. Yeah, right, man. I wish. I wish. Early morning commute is the best thing I have going for me. I can't avoid it on the way home sometimes, unless I work very late or get headed home at a certain time. But like leaving, say, 8, anywhere from 8 to like this time in the morning is to go anywhere is just stupid. Gotta leave at like, 5:50, 6 o'clock, the latest. And then you can get places a little easier. What's up, man?
A bee got on me and
Yeah.
I didn't freak out.
Good boy.
Nice.
That's how it's done, buddy.
You were being...
I love that.
He had a honeybee land on his arm and he didn't freak out, he said. That's awesome.
That's because there was a girl. Okay, so there was a lady in the car line.
Yeah.
She's like, my son, I don't know why, always gets stung by bees.
Oh, I see it out there.
So hey, don't force him. Just let him come to you.
No,
If you provoke him, he'll sting you. If you relax, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
But like, this lady's like, my kid gets stung like every day. Like, what the heck? So like one day I was like talking to Quinn. I'm like, all right, so you understand about bees? I showed him the video of the bee that landed on my arm, and I was explaining to him like, you're just calm. If they land on you, don't freak out. Don't hit them. Don't swat them, and nothing like that. Just relax.
Yeah.
Like they'll not mess with you at all. But if you provoke them or hit them or anything like that, they're gonna sting you. So it's actually cool that he listens. What's up?
Yeah. He remembered that.
That's not what bouncy ball.
Yeah, what is that?
It's
Whoa!
a water ball.
Water ball. Oh, yeah, one of those.
They have them at Publix again.
I'm going to get off here, guys. Everybody's out in the backyard. I'm going to join in and figure out what we're going to do today before the weather comes through. So, happy Sunday. Everybody have an awesome day. And, I'll be in touch. Sorry I missed the fucking stillborn live yesterday. I'll catch you guys next week. I can't say that I'm going to build this 500i today or tomorrow because I'll be working. And I don't know about Tuesday. I've got a good crane job coming up on Wednesday. I'll get the GoPro up and running and record that one. But maybe I'll build the chainsaw on Tuesday. That would be cool. If I can build the chainsaw Tuesday, I'll have a good chance to use it on Wednesday. See where I stand on that 500i. And my buddy that I'm doing the crane job for has the 500i that I built for him. We'll never get to race it against the Ripsaw because I don't know. I wasn't going to do it. I was never that impressed to begin with. When you got a 2511, you have it ported by Ripsaw, it's a fucking badass. But, the 2511s kind of suck stock. I port them. I learned how to port them with more torque. I like the way that I do the 2511s. So that's a huge chain there. But, knowing that, and thinking like, damn, dude, if I have to port my 500i, imagine that, But then it was like, it's the same as my other 500i. It just sounds a little different. It is a badass, yes. They did a good job on it. It's, but the chainsaw is a badass chainsaw. So I can't wait to see what the one that I've been working on does and see where we stand now. I'll know the difference. We don't need a side-by-side comparison, man. I'll know. 500i versus 500i, that's right. The one I did for my buddy, and I've got stuff written down. The one I did for myself, and I've got stuff written down. And then what I may do next with it, we'll see. All right, see you guys.